All right, so we hit a few balls just by going over, ball position and setup. Did it feel? Who thought it felt uncomfortable? Okay, and who kind of felt like it helped, or you felt like you've already done that? And go ahead, talk to me a little bit.
It helped.
Helped a little bit.
I was a little standing up too straight.
Okay.
Probably, and that didn't feel uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
Once I saw a good ball,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay. Ram, what about you? What do you think? Is it something that did it help you? Did you feel like you were already doing that, or?
I thought it was helpful to get in the correct position
Okay.
and the ball, the alignment on the ground with the club head. I thought that was helpful
Okay.
too. I never really thought about that.
And then Sophia, I thought you raised your hand thinking it said it was uncomfortable.
Well, I think it's just like the club hit placement,
Okay.
which is messed up a lot. So
Okay.
I felt like though I was doing it before.
So I'm gonna tell again. This is something that whether you feel like it helped you a lot, that you can add to like your pre-shot routine as you're setting up to it. Again, it's just something that you can put on a checklist, a very small checklist. But once you practice that a bunch of times, it may just become kind of second nature. But it's good to keep working at it until you can consistently kind of get in that position. Okay. Now we're going to go to drill number 1. Again, I told you we were going to try and work on some ball striking. Okay. You're probably wondering why I handed you the towel. It will be for sweat at some point, just not right now. Okay. So the biggest, probably the inconsistency that I see with, kind of mid-high handicappers, or even, some better players do it too. I know I'm guilty of it. Is I see a lot of kind of flipping motion at the bottom of the at the bottom of the swing, and I'm sure all of you have heard kind of flipping, right? Okay. Well, what do you think causes the flip? Let me get your opinion on that before I go ahead and explain it. What do you think causes the flip? If anyone had to take a guess.
Well, I think it is when your weight's too far back and then your hands are flipping to create contact with the ball.
What do you think causes the flip, Brand?
Getting too fast.
Getting too fast. Okay. What about you, Sophia?
I think you're too behind in the ball and you're trying to get to the ball.
Okay.
faster.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, swinging faster can cause that. Kind of feeling like you're staying back can also be a contributor to that. The biggest thing that I see when it comes to people flipping is the rotation with the lower body and the upper body stops on the downswing. So what I mean by that is we may have good rotation going back, but then on the downswing, the lower body, upper body stay stagnant, and then the arms and the hands continue to move. So that's the biggest thing that I see, and that's going to cause two different types of misses. We can either flip really bad and kind of hit a little bit behind it and hit it heavy, or we flip and it swings too far up and we kind of hit them thin. I mean, think of it as kind of like a pendulum. Okay, that's a flip right there, where the club kind of traveling up. Again, with irons, we got to let the loft of the club do all the work. We're just the operators. If we try and do too much, then we're manipulating the club too much. Okay, now we're gonna get to the towel. So I handed you all a towel. I want you to go ahead, Mr. Steiner, Rand, I want you to go ahead and I want you to put it under your right armpit. Sophia, this would be your left. Okay? Now, again, these aren't super long towels. Again, you probably would do this, with both armpits, but we're gonna do it with the right one. And for you, your left one. So I want you to go ahead and I want you to make some swing. Go ahead and go through your setup. Okay, so I want to see everybody stand up tall, bend from the hips. Okay. Now, if we take the club back, okay, and we stop rotating, okay, this is just to keep that towel in. So we're gonna focus on really rotating the lower body and upper body, okay, keeping that for us righties, that right armpit nice and tucked. For you, left armpit nice and tucked. Okay, this is just to focus on keeping the rotation going through. Okay, now it does a couple other things as well. We're not gonna quite get into those. I mean, it would help if anybody had a little bit of a chicken wing, get to the top, lose that separation, or they do it going down. Okay, but this is just more to kind of keep that feeling of keeping that towel in nice and tight, and just finishing the rotation, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna hit probably 10 shots, okay? Now your feet don't have to be super far apart, okay? This can be a drill where we do it with a narrow stance again, because we're gonna really focus on the rotation not stopping throughout the entire swing, okay? So we're gonna hit about 10 shots, we're gonna talk about it, and then I'm gonna show you another drill that will improve, ball striking. Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's get to it.